Tori Petry here in Nashville, Tennessee. I am joined by NFL Network's Charles Davis. Charles, the draft is in Tennessee this year. Your stomping grounds. What do you think of the draft location?
I love the draft location. I think Nashville's a great, vibrant city. Phenomenal people. Yes, I'm biased because I was born in the great state of Tennessee, and I played my college football in Knoxville, just down the road.
You had that Tennessee hat on. Hurts me a little as a Gator.
Listen, what hurts me is that we haven't beat you in a long time consistently, right? We got a win a couple of years ago, but bottom line is this is a great city, a great showcase for them. I think it's great for the Titans as well. Gives them even better name recognition amongst the non-football people that are out there.
Let's dive into this draft. The Lions picking at number 8. What kind of needs do you see for them in this draft?
Well, for me, I still look at the defensive line, even though Trey Flowers was drafted. I'm not drafted, but signed as a free agent. I know Romeo Okwara played pretty well for them last year, but depth and still being able to get another good edge rusher would be very nice for them. I also think they could look inside. One of the inside game wreckers wouldn't hurt them one bit. Can you imagine an Ed Oliver going in there and playing the inside for Matt Patricia?
Besides Snacks Harrison?
Besides Snacks Harrison, because remember, Snacks is much more of a first, second down guy. Although nowadays it's really first down. You know, second down, we're getting into nickel and sub packages anyway. So Ed Oliver being able to push the pocket, get upfield, make those kind of plays, that would be a big help for them. I think that linebackers want something I just keep hearing. You know, I think you and I had a conversation a long time ago about different needs, and I think linebacker just keeps coming up, even though I know Jared Davis in the middle, I think has done a nice job for them. The top linebackers coming out, if you don't count Josh Allen as a linebacker, are inside guys. Devin White, Devin Bush. So that's a possibility for them. And I just think on the other side of the ball, Eric Ebron's name always comes up when you mention tight end. He's a good player, had his troubles in Detroit, went to the Pro Bowl last year in Indianapolis, still had some drops along the way, but his quarterback kept coming back to him. He made plays for him. Could a tight end be in order there? And last but not least, it wouldn't surprise me at all if they get out of 8 and accumulate some more picks.
We've certainly heard possibilities of the Lions trading back, but you mentioned that tight end possibility. How real is that for the Lions, and would it make sense to you, despite a lot of Lions fans might be questionable about that one?
It actually makes a ton of sense to me because having Galladay out wide, you know, being able to have the tight end to help out of Matthew Stafford, and by the way, big, not condolences at all, but, you know, well wishes to Kelly Stafford, to Matthew Stafford. I know she's been through a heck of a lot, but I'm sending all my best prayers, all my best wishes. I think all of us are for her, you know, fast and rapid return to full health, because I can't imagine going through what they've gone through as a family, and to see Matthew there every step of the way, not a surprise at all. Those two, they really know how to do it together as a couple. But anyway, back to the tight end. I think he would love to have that position, be able to throw the ball, have those great sight throws, as I call them, right in your line of vision. Bam, get the ball to a big guy, and off they go. And T.J. Hawkinson, probably on top of everyone's board from Iowa. Noah Fant, probably the number 2 tight end. Irv Smith from Alabama, probably 3. Hawkinson and Fant to me are in play right there at 8. Just see what their flavor might be.
Well, you talk about helping out Matthew Stafford, blocking for him up front could be a need for them as well after they don't have T.J. Lang anymore. Could you see them addressing that in the first round? A lot of people have mentioned Jonah Williams, and does he fit in at guard and tackle?
Yeah, that would be a nice pick because I think he's one of the better players out there, especially as an offensive lineman. I like him better inside than I do outside, but that doesn't mean he can't play outside. I think he can play out at the tackle and do just fine, but I think he could be special at guard. I kind of equate him to Brandon Sheriff coming out of Iowa, left tackle, now Pro Bowl guard. Zach Martin, now that's a big one, right? All-American left tackle, all-pro guard, right? 4 or 5 years running. So when you talk about that, I see the transition. I did have a conversation with Jonah at the Combine and mentioned that to him. I said, would you be averse to moving inside? He said, well, if you want to just move the best left tackle in the draft inside, go right ahead. So I know where his head is, and I actually admire that. Guy wants to show he can play left tackle, and I think that he can. I don't think there's any question. I think he'd be real special inside, and that fits what Detroit's looking for. Also, though, remember, it's a deeper draft for big guys. I think there are a lot of guards that will be available rounds 2, 3, and 4.
All right, your final mock draft, you have the Lions taking Ed Oliver. Why was that your pick?
Just seeing how my board fell with some of those big guys up front, And with Montez Sweat, who I liked earlier in this thing, but coming off the edge, I get the sense that he may last a little bit longer because of the medical condition. Ed Oliver somehow managing to get to 8 is a big deal, and I don't think you turn down guys like that. I think he can be a game wrecker inside. He may not be as heavy as you might want. I know the Aaron Donald comparison is there. I don't think he's as rich as Aaron Donald in terms of what we're doing. But if you give me Aaron Donald light, as I joked earlier, Aaron Donald was 20.5 sacks last year. You give me half of Aaron Donald, I got 10 sacks. I'll take that.
Thank you so much for your insight, Charles. Enjoy the rest of the draft.
Thank you. It's great to see you again, Tori.